Hey guys, today's message is going to be about children. Children of yours, or children if you are not a parent. Children that you feel a very deep connection on so many levels that logically you cannot explain. Okay? But this message needed to come out. I was sitting on that message for a couple of days, and every single time I would try to record it, something would not allow it. So I assumed that it was not the right time, and today I feel like it is. So, and for those of you who know me, you know that I trust my instincts, I trust my inner guidance, and I trust the right timing when the message is meant to come out. So if you find this message today, that means that you needed to hear it exactly at the time when this finds you. Hence the name of the channel, Here for a Reason, which I want to welcome everybody. I want to welcome returning viewers and subscribers, and I want to welcome you if you are new. My name is Susanna, and I do channeled messages, intuitive messages through tarot cards and oracle cards. Speaking of which, today we are doing the High Priestess messages, because this is going to be about you and what you need to awaken within yourself. But more than anything, I will just be channeling the message that needs to come out. And today we are going to be talking about children. And what I wanted to say is that thought came to me because on my personal journey, I have come to this realization over the time that my son is my guide. He came to bring me back onto the path that my soul originally signed up for, because I was completely derailed from it. And if it wasn't for him, I truly don't know where I would have been today. I don't even want to think where I would have been if it wasn't for him being so courageous and so brave of a soul to come and, oh, I'm having goosebumps, guys, to come to basically save me and to show me the way to where I am supposed to go. The blueprint, the destiny that I'm destined to walk. But again, my free will kind of got me derailed from that path. You know, I am a big fan of Dolores Cannon's work. I don't know if you guys heard about this beautiful, wonderful woman. And her work, her life's work, was incredibly crucial on my spiritual awakening, on my self-understanding and understanding of who I am as a soul, and understanding my purpose in this lifetime, and understanding what is my mission. Her work was like, her books, just like, mwah, mwah, bellissimo. So if you feel called to check her out and see who she is and what her work is, maybe start, if you don't want to purchase the books, or if you're not interested on reading or listening to the books, because like I listen like audiobooks, because it's just like, it's easier for me. It's just easier for me, that's all, because I read I'm that kind of person who has like one paper book and then audiobook from completely different authors on a completely different topic, and I consume them. Well, not consume, that's not the right word. I am absorbing them simultaneously, you know, because I find them both fascinating. But with the books, like real paper books, it's just harder for me with my availability, with my time, with the requirements that I need to actually sit and read. It's harder for me to read paper books, but I love paper books. They're just, ooh, the feel in your hands and the smell. But anyway, I digressed. But what I wanted to say is that that book kind of triggers, usually like there is either I have a download, like when I channel, or I have an intuitive, I almost said fit, I have an intuitive hit, and like when I listen to something. And this time it was from the book that I'm currently listening of Dolores Cannon. It's called The Convoluted Universe, Book 3. There is a whole, I don't know why I'm showing it this. It's like it's like a set of books. There are 4 books of The Convoluted Universe. So I've already read 2, and now I am on book 3. And there was one chapter, not to get completely, deep into the whole book, basically, because that message will be very long. But that chapter was about a story of a man who was telling the story of his soul, basically, that he came to help his parents. And then I wrote it down of this wisdom that was written by the higher consciousness, that was spoken by a higher consciousness. And unfortunately, my little guy decided to recycle that note, because he's into this beautiful phase of getting like into the recycling, basically. So we're recycling a lot right now. But that's good. That's good. We're caring for the planet, Nothing goes unrecycled right now in our household. Not that it was the case before, but when your child is like, fascinated about something, you support them. But anyway, that note was saying something, and I'm gonna butcher it a little bit, but the meaning is that we think as parents or as caregivers or as a grown-up person who is, having a child in their life, we see ourselves as those guides, we see ourselves as those teachers, we see ourselves as those wisdom keepers, where in reality it's quite vice versa. It's our children, or the children are the wisdom bringers into our life, and we don't realize it because we've been taught, right, that children cannot bring any wisdom. Children are not grown-ups, right? That they cannot bring the wisdom into your life, that you actually can learn from them. Where in reality, children in your life are your teachers. You're not the teacher of your child. They are your teachers. You, for them, are just that, let's call it, physical guardian who is responsible to feed them, to give them healthy environment, to give them love, to make sure that they're safe and all. But when it comes to the soul wisdom, when it comes to the life lessons, when it comes to the knowledge that they're carrying and bringing to your awareness and the lessons, they are your teachers. They are your masters. Children, they come into our lives exactly at the time when you need the lessons, to learn the lessons the most, or where you need to redirect. I'm telling you, I'll share a little bit, because throughout my journey, I started suspecting something, and I'm like, hold on. There will be like moments when I would learn so much from my son, like from how he behaves or from what he presents, that I'll be like, oh my God, like that could be applied into the adult life too. Like let's say letting go, or, asking for help, or like, I'm just giving you like very simple examples, but there are deeper examples, like in terms of, let's say I had just last week at this aha moment, which I already processed, but that aha moment came into me like, wow, that's amazing, and I'm having like, look, I'm having like full body chills right now, because I was washing my face, and then, what came over me, that was, how people come into your life, not only your children, but in general, like all of the people who come onto your path, they serve as a lesson that you need to learn something. And my aha moment was, because I already know that one of the like millions of my life's lessons is the patience. I am learning patience, and I know already, like I've figured it out, that one of the like, I don't know, like to do in this lifetime lessons, it is patience, and it's probably like one of the top ones. And my aha moment, like I remember, like right now I was washing my face, and I'm like, and I don't know, something again, because like sometimes just like I'm getting downloads, right, like out of the blue, and there was like, oh yeah, my life's lesson is the patience, and I was thinking about the people, and then I'm like, but I don't understand, like, and the aha moment was just like, my son is my teacher of patience. And then I was like thinking, but how is that possible, because like his behaviors are completely opposite. And then people in our life, it can be applied to every single person in your life who is in one shape or form close to you. People are coming into your life to teach you something. And in this case, I'm giving you an example of patience, because my son is exhibiting certain behaviors that require me to learn patience because of how he behaves sometimes. His behaviors are the opposite of what I need. How do I put it? That the behaviors that he's exhibiting are requiring of me to learn how to be patient. Because if I'm not patient, the behaviors will get worse. So usually people, I hope I make sense, guys, because in my mind it makes all sense. Because I've learned it, even in romantic relationships too, that the person that is coming onto your path, the behaviors that they are exhibiting towards you is the mirror reflection to you of what you need to learn about yourself or what you need to learn to embody. Let's say if someone is disrespecting your boundaries, the lesson to you is that you need to set boundaries. Because if someone is disrespecting your boundaries, that means that you don't have boundaries and you need to set healthy boundaries. If someone is being neglective towards you, that means that in one shape or form you are neglecting yourself and you are allowing another being to neglect you as well. So again, like the behaviors that other people in your life, whether it's your romantic partner, whether it's your friend, whether it's your child, like the behaviors that they are exhibiting, it reflects something back to you of what you need to embody, of when you need to learn. So it's all personal, okay? I'm just trying to give those examples because I think it's so crucial. It's so incredibly understanding. It's so incredibly important to understand. But I got deviated a little bit because that aha moment was like, wow, you know, like for me, and I already knew that, but it was just like I'm getting another confirmation after confirmation, you know. But on top of that, like on my journey, I knew that my son is my guide, a confirmation over there, that in meditation, I had a meditation once and there was like a visualization, and it didn't happen like immediately. It happened like over, you know, repetitive, like night after night of the same visualization and meditation, where one time in this meditation, my son in the spirit world basically grabbed my head and said, "Mom, chill the fuck out. Here, you are not in charge. I am leading you." And when I came out of this meditation, I was just like, ugh. Because I started to put like, guys, look at that. I started putting puzzles together, like the puzzle pieces of the lessons that he was bringing and is continuously bringing into my life. And that meditation and that like message that he told me, like, "Mom, chill, all good. Here, you don't need to guide me. You don't need to be in charge here. I am leading you." And he gently like grabbed my hand and very softly, and it was so beautiful. And he was leading me and showing me around in the spirit realm, in the spirit world, the 5D, the higher D. And in that moment, I was like, oh my God, the bigger picture started to come together. And I started realizing that he came onto my path. That was my realization. Like, again, it didn't happen overnight. It came like, you know, putting those like puzzle, kind of like, oh, I figured out one puzzle piece, and then I figured out another puzzle piece, and then I figured out another one, and then they slowly but surely started being like put together into this bigger picture for me to understand that my son came to me as my teacher, as my guide back to my path. And look at that, guys, like, oh my God, my guide, he is my guide. And I know, and again, why did I mention, hold on, I'm looking at that beautiful coffee here. Bueno. Why did I mention Dolores Cannon work in that book? Because that book was just like clang again for me, like this intuitive hit that I'm like, okay, I need to bring that message to somebody, because you need to realize that the children in your life, they are your guides. The things they say, the things that they don't say, but the things that they do, like the behaviors, or like there is a reason to everything. And your children, they carry so much wisdom, so much knowledge, so much goodness within them. So if they do something or say something, you better listen, because it is not for nothing. Okay, you need to put your, like, let's call it societal programming aside, and start seeing, even in that like 5-year-old fuck who's still like, well, at 5 years, I don't think they're still in diapers, but let's say 2-year-old kid who's still wearing diapers, but like bringing some kind of wisdom to the, to the grown-ups, and then everyone is giggling, everyone is laughing, but in the same time there is something like, what the fuck was that? How did they know what they just said? It's that because in this little cute little body there is a wisdom of a soul of thousands of years. This like old soul. Not every single person on earth is an old soul, and not every single child is an old soul, but I'm telling you that your child, the person that who found this message, because like a random person, because I don't put any hashtags on my videos, and I know that those messages will find the people who will align with the message for a reason. This message will find only those who were meant to find it for a reason. Okay, so I know that if you're listening to this message, and if you're still here at the 17-minute time mark, this, that you know what I'm saying. You have been suspecting something. You have been kind of like, oh, wait a second, I don't fully understand what's going on over here. But I'm telling you that for a lot of you, if not for all of you, the children in your life, either if it's your own child, or if it's adopted child, or if it's, let's say, your niece or nephew, or if it's completely child, like blood unrelated, let's say if you're a teacher and you feel like extremely deep bond and connection with one of the students in your class, it doesn't matter. It's not the DNA that connects. It's the soul connection. And if you are one of those who feel like a deep connection with children, or with one specific child, that child is your angel. That child came to be your angel, to guide you back to yourself and back to your blueprinted path, your destined path that your soul chose to walk in this lifetime. And for one or another reason, you got lost, and your child is bringing you back onto your path. And even if on surface it doesn't look like that, even if on surface it looks like hardship, it looks like challenges after challenges and everything, but your child is who keeps you going. Your child is who keeps you growing and not giving up no matter what. And even if you gave up, your child is someone who's bringing to your awareness the fact that you gave up. That maybe something, like a light bulb moment, that maybe something about your life needs to be changed. Your child is that angel who brings that awareness into your life. And some are acting on that awareness, and some are not. And it's okay, because it is a journey for every single one of us. It is a journey, but I'm telling you that children are the wisdom keepers. Children are the wisdom bringers, okay? And it is incredibly confirmation. I don't know if you heard my son is coughing over there. Children, and he's sleeping, by the way, and he's coughing. Like every single time I say something meaningful, he's like, excuse me, I'm confirming things for you guys. But anyway, what I was saying is that the need of you to recognize the importance that your child or children in your life are bringing into your life. Like, this is crucial, because once you become too aware that there is a meaning behind their existence, basically, they are, of course, they came on their own journey and whatever it is, but for a lot of them, the mission of why they incarnated in their lifetime is to come and be the light bringer for you as a grown-up, as a parent especially, or a guardian, or like a parent or a guardian of a child, like whether it's a foster parent or adoption parent, like child caretaker. There we go. That's the word that I was looking for. But I'm telling you, the role of our children in our life is crucial. So start recognizing it, okay? I want to pull a card. I feel like pulling a card. Spirit, what is the viewer's child bringing to their awareness? What is the viewer's child bringing to their awareness at this time? Why this message found them? What is the awareness? What is the message? I knew this card is going to come out. Remember how when I was like flashing? Remember how it was flashing and that card was on the bottom? And there you go. I am Christ light, sacred purity, divine peace. You're stepping into this beautiful, beautiful place of finally realizing who you truly are as a soul. You are an infinite soul. You are. Some of you guys are stepping into the spiritual awakening. And guys, I'm telling you, you're being guided. You see this light? You see this beautiful sun? Some of you have sun, like literally a sun, a boy. And the sun is illuminating. Doesn't have to be a boy necessarily, but for some of you, it's a double confirmation. 222, as I said. That I cited for a reason. 222 is like trust the message, trust the divine timing. But your child is the illumination. It's the illumination to you of who you truly are. Thanks to your children, a lot of you are awakening. Confirmation from my son. Thank you, Spirit. You are loved. You're not alone. Never alone. You are never alone. And you're loved. Spirit, what is the message for this viewer at this time? What would you like to say? Yeshua, we're going to tune in with Yeshua's message. Yeshua, what is the message you have? What is the message, my beautiful Yeshua? Some of you guys, oh my God, look at that. Okay, so I get many messages from that card. Some of you guys are Leo, literally, like zodiac sign Leo. A lot of you guys, this specific message is for the mothers, okay? You are a star mother, okay? And this is, you're doing good, okay? You are a rock star and you're a good mother, okay? I'm just getting that message that I'm getting extremely emotional right now, so sorry, guys. You are a rock star of a mother. This is for some of you guys that needed to hear that you're a good mother. I needed to hear that too. Universal birthplace, ancient origin. You're awakening to the reality of who you truly are. But more than anything, guys, I'm connecting to that message that some of you needed to hear, that you are a good mother. Okay? You are a good mother. And some of you guys are those mama lioness, you know? You will like reap everyone and everything for your child. It's like, you know, this saying like mama bear, but you're a lioness mama. That's you. You're strong, you're resilient, you're fierce, And you're extremely protective over your child. And your child is, you know what I'm getting right now? That your child wants you to know that you are a fucking rock star mother. And somebody needed to hear that. So may I be blessed by my own grace today. So my love, give yourself some grace. Give yourself some grace. Okay, parting message, Spirit. Let's wrap up this message. It's a beautiful message, guys. It's a beautiful, beautiful. So what is the message from your child? What would your child love to say to you today? What would your child love to say to you today? You are protected. Anubis, divine protection, transition, safe passage. I'm telling you, some of you guys are going through a massive transformation right now, where a lot of things are being illuminated to you, where you come to a lot of realizations. Confirmation. You're getting through a transition phase right now where you feel lost, but you are starting to come, like, certain realizations, a lot of them, and I'm feeling the painting right now of ocean, like they're coming like at waves at you, you know, and it may be overwhelming, but you start to realize that the reality of who we all are and who you are, and what an incredible role your child is playing in your life as well. Spirit, what is the parting message, creation? What is your parting message today? This one came out again. I may be blessed by my own grace today. So give yourself grace. Give yourself grace, guys. Okay, grace. I am telling you guys, you are, for the most of you guys who is listening right now, is the divine feminine. Doesn't have to be a woman, but someone who embodies divine feminine energy more than divine feminine masculine. High priestess, you are awakening to the inner knowing of your inner power, the divine knowing. You are, I'm telling you guys, some of you guys are going through a massive spiritual awakening, where you are awakening to the reality of the existence. Ancient One, and again, Ancient One, again, in the Lion card, it came through, who was it? Lyrians. That was Lyrians. Ancient One, Goddess embodied. You're awakening. Your child, by the way, again, I'm like, more than anything, I'm picking on the son, a boy in your life. Can be anybody, not necessarily only your son, but I'm telling you that a boy in your journey is illuminating to you as a divine feminine of who you truly are, that you are a goddess, that you are an empress, that you are a beautiful queen, that you are a beautiful being of creation. I'm having goosebumps. Oh. Sun, pure joy, pranic life force, highest light. I'm telling you guys, there is a boy in your life who's illuminating a path for you, and you're finally starting to realize what you're here for, who you are, and where to go for going forward. Yeah, you are a divine feminine. I don't have any doubts on that. Moon, divine feminine mystery. Moon is the feminine, is the divine feminine symbol. Intuitive intelligence, divine feminine mystery, and softness. So be soft with yourself. Be soft with yourself. Your children or your child is your guide, is your protector, is your beautiful, beautiful angel that came in this lifetime to be your teacher on so many levels, on spiritual levels and on earthly levels too. On so many levels, from small to big lessons. Another confirmation, my son is like, Mom, can you let me sleep already? Divine invitation, sacred alignment, greater impact. My love, you are awakening to your purpose. Spirit, God, creation, all that is, source, is initiating you into something. Let me know what it is. Let me know what it is you're being initiated. Yeah, you're embodying cosmic power, divine awakening, inner mastery. And here we go, the sun again, guys. You have a boy in your life who is illuminating you, your path. That's why I felt the need to tell you my part of my part of the journey that I came to realize that my son came onto my path, not only to save me, but also to illuminate to me, to be that beautiful angel of light, to be that beautiful earth angel to me on so many levels, to teach me, to guide me, and to show me the way. And I'm sure there is someone in your life who is a boy or a child who is holding like divine masculine energy more, who is illuminating a path to you, and you're coming to that realization now. Congratulations. I hope that message did resonate with you on one level or another. I hope it was helpful and of a value, and if it was, please consider sharing your message, sharing your thoughts, sharing your journey in the comments. Consider liking, consider subscribing, and consider sharing that message with someone that you feel can benefit from it. I'll see you next time, guys, and I love you. Sending you lots of blessings.